Hello and welcome back to Quicks14's blog. Quicks14 here. Been a bit. Sorry everyone. Got some more quest footage here for you of Grizzly Hills, so let's get into it. First and foremost here, we're getting to defeat death by warrior. So you go to him, you use the item, and he'll kill you. Basically, you go into a spirit phase, more of a phase than an actual death. You're going to run into the actual keep here. Excuse me. And you're going to make your way over to this spirit guide or some sort of spirit who's over here, and you're going to talk to him. You talk to him, he's going to give you the next part of this quest, gives you some information on what you need to grab. Basically what you want to grab excuse me, is what's really right behind him. You'll see here I kind of get lost. To get out of this death aura, all you really need to do is just right-click it off. You'll see here I kind of get lost. It's kind of not that hard to find. It's like right next to him to the left if you look. I got confused, and it shows here. So don't be surprised if you get that, or if you're like, what the heck? All you got to do, it's right next to him. Just use it, and you can undo the buff that way. The buff is, see, there it is. You use it, you got it. Just undo the buff or talk to him, and he'll bring you back to normal. Once that's done, you can go ahead and head down here where the actual spirits are. You're going to use the item on them that you picked up, the dust or whatever. It's going to freeze them, and then their spirits are going to go back to their coffins, and then you can, or whatever, their mummified stuff, and then you can actually burn it. So that's all you got to do for that. Do that a few times, go ahead and turn it back in. You'll get the next part of the quest, which is to actually defeat the god, which is actually really, really easy. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You actually don't fight nothing, but we'll get to that in a minute. Go ahead and talk to Gorak to continue where we left off in the other quest, when you finally get sent over to him. And he's going to have some quests for you to get to in just a minute. Head back inside where this little like crevice is or whatever. You'll see some fruit on the ground kind of sparkling. Grab it. You're going to go over here towards this little orange thing. You're going to use it to infuse the fruit. And then you're going to actually use the new infused fruit here. So all you got to do is find it, right click on it, and bam, quest done. He's going to come out, he's going to go, oh, finally a real offering, and you're like, oh, you poisoned me, or something, and he dies. So, and then all the guys come out, all the spirits come out, rejoicing, dancing, you know, all that cool stuff. So, that's the end of that quest chain, which is pretty nice. And you go ahead and turn that in, and be done with these damn troll shit. Again, remember, just real quick, if you can't actually use any of this stuff, grab the thing that's going to sell for the most so you can get the most gold out of it. Unless you're a disenchanter, then find something that's going to give you the most disenchant after it. Next quest we're going to go on is this one, and this is basically the one that the big stone guy here just a little while ago that you talked to gave you. It's going to have you kill these groups. And what you have to do is you go to each one of these things. They're littered across, starting from the, you can see the keep here where the trolls are. We were just at, making all the way back across to the south. Actually, you have to kill every single one around them that's charging it. When that happens, the guy that you're actually supposed to kill will come out. He's pissed. If somebody else has already done it before you, just wait a little while. It's about a couple, 2, 3, maybe 4-minute respawn for those guys, but they'll all respawn at once, so you can do that. These guys aren't too difficult, especially if you're 80, so you shouldn't have a huge deal with it. If you're wondering what I'm using, I've switched a little bit on add-ons. I'm using Carbonite now, since Cartographer is pretty much dead, and I was getting very dissatisfied with the Blizzard's stuff, and so that's what I'm using. Look it up. It's not on Curse. You'll have to actually do a search on WoW interface, or just do cartographeraddon.com, or sorry, carboniteaddon.com. So you do this for every single one. Like I said, it starts from up front to kind of to the left side of the thing and works its way back. Not too difficult to find. Just keep going south. You'll see them on the ground if you're flying. If you're not, just follow where the rune giants are, and you should see them pretty easily. It's not like the Rune Giants will attack you, so don't worry about that. You'll find every single one on your way heading towards the shore on kind of starts from like the northeast area of the shore, going down to the southeast area of the shore. Once that's done, you can go ahead and fly back and turn it in, and he'll give you the next part of the quest. This one actually deals with the Rune Giants, or no, first the Shard. Sorry. Basically, there's these glowing things here that you're going to see littered across the landscape. You just use the stone on them. There's like 3 or 4 of them. Real easy. They're not hard to spot. They're big glowing blue things. Won't be too hard for you to find it. They're pretty much the same locations. You saw from start there. Work your way northeastest. Next, you find the Rune Giants. You go ahead and use it. Free them. It can fail, and if it does, they become small, basic Rune Giants where you have to kill them. Not very hard, even if you're not level 80. Even if you're around the level range for the quest, you'll be just fine. Go ahead and turn that in, and that's pretty much done. Next is actually the group quest we got back a while ago. This is a group quest. I am soloing it because of my level. I'm doing this in retrospect, so of course I have the healing for this as well. Otherwise, this is considered a group quest. If you're around this level, you might need 1 or 2 people to help you out. Honestly, he was the toughest fight, this guy right here. At least for me, it took a lot more heals in there. The next guy that we fight, was just the Shade of Argul, whatever, was actually just a mana-intensive fight. He has a lot of hit points. He does adds too, which can be an issue. Otherwise, the rest of them aren't too difficult. The Wolf, which is the third one that we'll get to, does this thing that turns you into a worgen yourself for a little bit, and it's really annoying because you can't cast a damn thing. You can still use pots and such, though, and that came in handy. So basically the locations of these guys is on this island all the way to the east of the map on Grizzly Hills. The first guy that we talked there is kind of on the closest shoreline, coming straight from where we flew to, where the Rune Giant is. Shade of Argul's at the very top of the tower here is where you're going to find him. The Wolf is kind of on the second floor-ish of this tower, and the last guy is on the opposite corner of the island. Not too difficult to find. If you've got flying here, you're going to be fine. If you don't, there is some stairs and such in order to climb up on the outside of the tower to get up to this point. Excuse me. Please pardon me if I cough or anything throughout too, guys. I have been getting over a cold, as you know. That's why I'm kind of late getting this stuff up to you. So this was a really mana-intensive fight. It took forever, and I actually had to use a mana pot to make it up. I didn't have to nerve ray, which was cool. But the major things to worry about, he doesn't hit very hard. He's just got a lot of hit points, and every 1 or 2 things he's going to bring out adds. First is a group of 3 adds of basically worgen adds, and then the last one is like a group of 4 or 5. Also, Sasha, the one who gave you the quest, will enter the fray. Yeah, there's quite a bit there. Will come in and get lend a hand attacking him. I kind of moved up here so I could not only kill the adds, but hopefully do some damage to him as well. Not too difficult, especially if you can heal. You can definitely solo this as an 80, obviously, but you might need one other person to help heal you in order to really get this done. If you are around the level range for the quest, which I believe is 75, having at least 1 or 2 people is not going to hurt. The Wolf guy, he is kind of hidden in here. He's not really hard until he turns you into a worgen. Like I said, any spellcaster is going to have a bitch of a time. I couldn't heal myself. It lasts a long time. So I actually had to use one of my pots, my health pots, in order to stay alive long enough to kill him. So, other than that, Gormaw is not a big deal. So, after that, you're going to move on, like I said, to the other opposite corner of the island. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, I was like, oh crap. but the pot fixed it, and I was able to take care of it. Most of these Worgens, as long as they start as Worgens, are skinnable, so not a big deal. Like I said, this other guy's at the opposite end of the island. You're going to find him and kill him there. He is definitely pretty darn easy. Not an issue at all. Like I said, if you're going to be in a group, 2 people should be plenty if you're around 75. Otherwise, if you're 80, you're going to be just fine. After you're all done with that, just fly back to, or head back to Sasha and turn it in, and you're all good. That's pretty much all I got left. That's all I got for you in this video for Grizzly Hills. We are almost done with Grizzly Hills. There's only about 10, 12 quests really left to do for the achievement. Once we get the achievement, we're going to move up to Zul'Farrak. So stay tuned. A lot more coming at you. Of course, more WoW footage, more LPs. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks.